hope you like the intro. Um, it's just something random I thought of. Um, but today we're going to talk about sadness, crying, all that. Um, in a world that we live in, our type of world, it's full of different kinds of people. Some people are good, some people are bad, some people are assholes, some people are like nice and would do anything for society. Um, me, I'm one of those nice guys that tries whatever he can. Sometimes I get mad, yeah, but I like to help people, and sometimes things get hard, Um, some people will literally treat you like shit. Some people will abandon you. Some people just don't care about you or themselves. And sadness is something we all experience at a point in our lives. We all end up losing someone that we care about, whether it may be a friend, a loved one, a partner, anything, any case, anything. Um, it is hard, losing someone. Like I lost my grandpa. That was one of the biggest one of the biggest events of my life that affected me so bad. It made me stop believing in God. It made me stop going to church. It made me feel like there was no purpose of life. And then I met this girl. She changed my life. She brought me closer to God. And I love her very much. It's okay to cry sometimes. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people think that when someone cries, it makes you less of a man. Let me tell you something right now. It makes you more of a man than you already are. Why? Because a man cares. If a man has his own family and something happens and he doesn't cry, he doesn't try, he doesn't help, he doesn't, seek that revenge on the person that did something with that, that's a man. Men cry. Boys cry. We all cry. And it's a really bad feeling when someone cries. Sometimes it's good to let it out. And sometimes you let out so much that you end up throwing up. That happens to me. Sometimes. I'm trying not to get emotional, but life is tough. God sets obstacles for us to overcome. We have missions in our life. A lot of things. Sometimes it's always like, I will tell you guys, it's always the nice people in the world that get like betrayed, heartbroken, and I don't understand why. I really don't. Some people are amazing. There's some very, very good people out there. But then there's bad people as well. And then there's normal people that are a mix of both. All human beings make mistakes because we're not perfect. Dogs make mistakes. Cats, any animal you can think of, even if they have no thoughts behind that head, we all still make mistakes that we end up regretting. And when we lose the people that we rely on, it's fucking hard. Especially when they die. That's That's a feeling that you know don't experience every day. And believe it or not, some people out there have no heart. Some people out there just live to live. Some people think, well, I'm just living to live. There's a purpose for everyone. If God didn't want you to exist, if God didn't have a purpose for you, He wouldn't give you the opportunity to wake up today, or yesterday, or the day prior. You guys need to wake up and think. Life is not easy. Life is all about learning. You have to learn how to control yourself. You have to learn how to do specific things. You have to learn how to get around specific situations. How to try and become a better version of yourself. But sometimes it's okay to let it out. You know, I'm not going to tell you I'm the happiest person in life, because I'm not. I'm not the happiest person in life. Nobody is. Not even the richest people in the world are happy. You can have all the money in the world, but does it really matter? No. It matters to a point where you're like, okay, well, I'm set for life. I can survive. Yeah, but are you happy? You know? And then there's those people that come into your life that are just there to take what they need and then go. I've had friends in the past, that have just came to me for advice and for, just all that. Just always texted me or called me when they needed me, but when I needed them or I needed advice from them, and this was years ago, they didn't care. They only wanted what they needed. And nowadays, you don't even know who your real friend is. The only real friend that we have is God. Life, we question a lot. I see a lot of people question, why do we live? I've questioned it before. Why do we live? People think that the world was created just because, it's just we evolved from monkeys. We have similar traits, yeah. But think about it. God made us all from just a little like sand and dirt. That's how we were just made, from the bottom up. He made the land. We, with our brains, created electricity, houses, materials. Of course, you can't just make a house, you need the materials. He created materials that can then be turned into those materials, but by using other sorts of technology to help us, and that's just how life is. But sometimes we question why we have emotions. Emotions is something that, it can be good, it can be the best, or it can be the worst. When you're smiling and you're laughing, man, that is one of the best feelings. But when you're sad and unhappy and crying, it makes you say, damn, man, I really wish I was happy. But I can assure you that your sadness won't stay with you forever, You gotta find the better things. You gotta find better things in life. You gotta try and be the better version of yourself every day. And we just have to accept at the end of the day that everyone just thinks differently. We all don't have the same minds. We have to accept the fact that, our parents will die one day. Our friends are gonna die one day. We're gonna die one day. And this is sad truth. We're all gonna lose people along the way. Sometimes you can get the people back. But when they're gone like this, like when they're 6 feet under, you can't get them back. You can try all you want, but you can't. That's one of the most painful things. And the thing is we don't know when we're gonna die. We could die today, we could die tomorrow, we could die in a few minutes. You don't know. People are dying every day, every few seconds, every few minutes, every few hours. People are being born every few minutes, every few hours, every few seconds. Just pray, guys. If you're depressed, I understand that I used to be super depressed. But the depression that I had, I was popping pills because, bro, I had to. The doctors were like, well, you gotta take pills, you gotta take all that. Something that didn't really help me that much. It might help some people, but it doesn't help me at all. Depression consumes you. Depression is something that is like it's the next thing from sadness. You experience sadness, but when you're depressed, man, that's so hard to overcome sometimes. You just need to have the right people, and you need to have God, and you're set for life. Not every day is gonna be a good day. Not every day. And a lot of people take things and take advantage of them. They don't come to realize that what they're doing is bad. When people take advantage of other people because they've just been through a lot and they're good at giving advice, but then when those people that give advice need that help as well, people don't give it back. I know a lot of people are not like that, but I'm just saying I've come to meet a lot of people that just get energy from you and don't give it back. We all are made to have someone in life, whether it doesn't have to be a lover, it could be a friend or hell, a pet. We all have to end up having something and someone with us, because surviving alone is probably the hardest thing. It's impossible. You can survive off of water, you can survive off of food, but you need people. People is very, very, very necessary, needed. Sadness is not a good thing, but that's just how it is, and we have to accept that. We have to accept that sometimes we feel sadder and we don't understand why. Sometimes we feel happy and we don't understand why. It's just depending on your body and how it feels. Take care of what you have, guys. And making mistakes is always going to be a thing in life, but you have to learn. You have to learn to not make those mistakes again, and give that advice to anyone that will end up making those mistakes as well, so they can avoid making those mistakes. Giving advice is one of the best things. My videos don't get much views. That doesn't matter to me. As long as 2 or 3 people watch the video, that's okay with me. All I'm saying is, y'all need to take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and be careful with who you hang out with. Be careful with year round, because sometimes people take us for granted, and all they want is bad for us. A lot of people are like that. Nobody's ever happy, but there are times where happiness is all we can feel, and then there are just times where sadness is all we experience. Stay safe out there. I didn't really know what to say in this video, you know, it was just freestyle. Most of my videos are just freestyled, so I know it kind of don't really make sense, but again, sadness is just something that God intended us to have, and we have to learn how to control it. You have to learn how to overcome depression, because if you can't overcome depression, it's gonna overcome us. Chito Talks out. Peace.